The power of knowing exactly what you want, ladies and gentlemen. There is a power within you so potent, so precise, that when unleashed, it bends circumstances, aligns resources, and calls forth unseen forces to work in your favor. That power is clarity of purpose, the unwavering focus of knowing exactly what you want. Most people drift. They live by reaction rather than direction. They wake up each morning without a definite goal and wonder why the years vanish without fulfillment. But the few, the exceptional ones, decide what they want with burning precision, and the world steps aside for them. Let us uncover the core principles behind this extraordinary force. 1. Clarity creates power. When you know exactly what you want, your mind becomes a magnet. You attract people, ideas, and circumstances that align with your goal. You don't chase, you draw. Vagueness repels success. Precision invites it. Think of a builder. He doesn't begin construction without blueprints. Likewise, you cannot build success without specific defined desires. Say it aloud. Write it down. See it. Feel it. Until it is as clear in your imagination as if it were already real. When you are crystal clear about what you want, you begin to activate a within your mind that sharpens focus and amplifies direction. This clarity acts like a tuning fork, aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your chosen target. Vague desires lead to vague results, but specificity channels your energy. You no longer waste time guessing or drifting. Instead, you start moving with intention. Every decision becomes easier. Every action more purposeful. You no longer ask, should I? But instead ask, will this bring me closer to my goal? That shift is power. It turns uncertainty into confidence and effort into results. Your mind filters out distractions and tunes into anything that aligns with your defined desire. An excellent example is a college student who decided she wanted to become a surgeon. Her clarity made her say no to parties, choose challenging electives, and shadow doctors. Her classmates wandered through majors, but she had one, pre-med, and followed through to the end. Today she wears the white coat. Not because she was the smartest, but because she was the clearest. That's the power of knowing exactly what you want. Clarity makes the difference between wishing and achieving. 2. Your desire must be specific and burning. A weak wish dissolves in the face of struggle. A strong desire becomes fuel, but only a specific desire becomes fire. Don't say, I want more money. Say, I will earn $100,000 by December 31st by launching this business. Detail transforms a dream into a command. A young man once declared that he would work with a great inventor. He held that goal so vividly that he showed up at the inventor's lab and refused to leave until given the smallest job. Years later, he became that inventor's business partner. Why? Because he knew exactly what he wanted and refused to settle for less. A wish is weak. It is a thought entertained once in a while. But a burning desire that is specific becomes a consuming force. It keeps you up at night, wakes you up early, and fuels every step. General goals lack urgency. They can wait. But when you decide, I want to open my own fitness studio by March 1st, with details of location, funding, and branding in mind, your mind and spirit start working overtime. You start saving, researching, and networking, not someday, but today. The specificity of your desire turns your want into a must. You begin to see options and take action you would have ignored before. Take the example of a man who wanted to work with a great inventor. He didn't know how, but his desire was so specific and strong that he traveled hundreds of miles, applied for the smallest job, and eventually earned the inventor's trust. Years later, he became his business partner. His starting point wasn't genius or luck. It was clarity and intensity of purpose. That story teaches you. You don't need to know how to reach the top when you start. You just need to know exactly where the top is and want it with fire. 3. Focus destroys distraction. In a noisy world full of glittering temptations, only those with a definite aim can cut through the clutter. Knowing what you want allows you to say no to 99 things so you can say yes to the one thing that matters. Indecision leads to paralysis. Focus breeds action. The human mind, when scattered, is weak, but focused like a laser, it can cut through steel. When you focus your thoughts and energy on one clear objective, obstacles become stepping stones. In a world drowning in distractions, notifications, opportunities, temptations, focus becomes a superpower. When you know exactly that you want, you instantly create a filter. That filter helps you avoid detours disguised as opportunities. You're no longer scattered because you've anchored your attention on a singular outcome. You move in a straight line. You say no more often. The decision fatigue that cripples others doesn't touch you because your goal is clear. A distracted mind tries to chase 5 rabbits and catches none. A focused mind catches one and eats. A brilliant example is that of an athlete training for the Olympics. She isn't trying to be a singer, a writer, or a traveler at the same time. Her life revolves around one aim, winning gold. Her nutrition, her sleep, her friendships, even her free time all revolve around that singular target. She misses out on many things, Yes, but she gains what others can only dream of. That's the trade-off. Focus demands sacrifice, but rewards with greatness. And the key to such focus is knowing exactly what you want. When you do, everything else becomes noise. 4. Plans appear after decision. Many wait for the perfect plan before they decide. But life doesn't work that way. Decision comes first. Plans come second. Once you decide firmly what you want, your brain begins to work differently. You start seeing opportunities, connecting dots, forming strategies. Life conspires to assist the determined. A man once stood on a burning deck. Behind him flames. Before him uncharted waters. He leaped, not knowing how to swim. That decision saved his life. Later he learned to swim. When you know what you want and decide on it completely, life pushes you into motion. And only then, the how begins to reveal itself. Most people wait for the perfect plan to appear before they start moving. But the truth is, the plan reveals itself after the decision is made. Once you commit to a goal with firm clarity, your brain starts working differently. You begin to see opportunities, recognize patterns, and connect with people who can help. Life rewards action, not hesitation. Plans are born out of commitment. A man once decided he would become a best-selling author, even though he had no publisher, no platform, and no experience. Still, he began writing every morning. He told people about his book. He researched publishing. Day by day, ideas came to him, mentors appeared, and strategies unfolded. Eventually, that book hit the charts. The plan didn't come first. His decision did. Waiting for the path to be clear is like waiting for all the lights to turn green before leaving your house. It never happens. You must decide, take the first step in faith, and trust that the next step will show itself. Life opens doors to the committed. Knowing what you want gives you the courage to walk forward even in the fog. And that is where the magic begins. 5. Faith and action seal the deal. Know what you want means nothing if you doubt it or delay it. Once your desire is clear, you must believe in it with absolute conviction and act toward it without hesitation. Faith without action is fantasy, but belief combined with action is destiny. Take one bold step each day. Momentum is the silent partner of clarity. When you move toward your goal with energy and persistence, life responds. You become a creator, not a consumer. A leader, not a follower. Clarity without belief is empty. Belief without action is powerless. But when you combine the two, faith and action, you become unstoppable. Once you know exactly what you want, you must believe in it so strongly that doubt becomes irrelevant. But belief must move your feet. It must turn into phone calls, effort, emails, late nights, and relentless pursuit. Dreams become reality not through magic, but motion. An excellent story is that of a woman who wanted to start a non-profit for abandoned children. She believed with all her heart it could happen. But she saw it in her mind, but she didn't stop there. She began with one fundraiser, then a meeting with city officials, then a rented space. Step by step it grew. Today, her foundation saves lives. Her belief gave her courage. Her action gave her results. She didn't wait for a perfect moment. She created the moment. This is the final seal on belief and action. When you know exactly what you want, believe it's already yours, and move like it's within reach, the universe moves with you. Not all at once, but always forward. That's the silent, unseen engine behind every dream that becomes reality. Conclusion, so I ask you, do you know exactly what you want? Because once you do, the clouds will part, and the sun will rise on a life of your design. The person who dares to define their dream with unwavering clarity becomes unstoppable. You don't need perfect circumstances. You don't need permission. You need purpose. Decide, declare. Pursue. The power is not out there. It is within you. And it begins with knowing exactly what you want. Thank you.